Hello viewers, this Not Too Fast here. Check out this wireless camera system from the company Auto-Vox. This system comes with a 5-inch color LCD display and it supports 2 channels, so you can install one camera at the back of the vehicle and a second camera at the front of the vehicle. The camera transmits a wireless digital signal to the receiving monitor, so the picture you see is very clear and you don't have to worry about any interference. If you're interested in adding a camera system to your vehicle, stay tuned and I'll show you everything you need to know about this camera system. Let me show you what comes with this Auto-Vox W7 Pro digital wireless backup camera system. Here's a user guide. There's a 5-inch LCD monitor. There's a power cable with a transmitter to transmit the video to the monitor. Installation hardware, some tie wraps, and wiretaps. There's a mount for the monitor. You can stick this onto the windshield or on the dash. Here's a camera you can install on the back of your vehicle. And there's a power cable for the monitor. Here's a look at everything you get with the W7 Pro camera system. Now as you can see, this system comes with one camera, but this monitor actually supports 2 cameras. You can buy a second camera to add to this system, so you can have a camera at the back and a second camera at the front. And here's the second camera from Auto-Vox. User manual. Power cable with a transmitter. Installation hardware. And here's the optional second camera. So if you're planning to install a complete system with both a front and rear camera, these are all the parts you'll be installing into your vehicle. So let's first take a look at the monitor that you'll be installing inside the vehicle, either on the windshield or on your dash. This monitor has a 5-inch color LCD display. On the side, there's a menu button, up select, down select. On the back, there's RF antenna for receiving the video signal. Right here is where you install the mount. At the bottom, there's a power wire to power the monitor. And you connect this cable to this power adapter cable. This cable is 11.5 feet long. And you connect these 2 connectors together. And you plug this into your 12-volt accessory power port. Now installing the mount is very simple. All you have to do is place this on the back and slide this up. You can loosen this collar, adjust the angle, and tighten it. To stick this onto the windshield or on the dash, pull up this lever, press this down on the surface, and then push this down. Now let's take a look at the camera. If you did buy the second camera, these 2 cameras are exactly the same. The resolution on the camera is 800 by 480. It has a 4-glass lens, and the viewing angle is 118 degrees. The minimum lux on this camera is 0.1 lux, which means even with very little light, you'll still be able to see the image. Now this camera is waterproof, so you can install this outside the vehicle or inside the vehicle, and it's attached to this mounting bracket. You can adjust the camera up and down, 30 degrees. On the bracket, there's a 3M double-sided tape on both sides. So you can install this onto the back of the license plate or stick this onto the car panel. Now looking on the back, there's a cable that comes out. This cable is 5 feet long and it connects to the power cable. Right here is a transmitter with the antenna, and this black and red wire is a power wire. So here you have the red and black wire, and the red wire you connect to a 12-volt power source, and the black wire connect to chassis ground. So an example of where you can get the power is if you install this on the back, you can connect the power wire to the backup light. So when you put the car in reverse, the camera will power on. The length of this cable is 5 feet long, and the length of this power cable is 6.5 feet long. So the total length from the camera to where you need to connect the power is 11.5 feet long. Now once the camera is powered, it will transmit the video to the monitor, and the monitor will turn on automatically. The transmission range between the camera and the monitor is 100 meters. Also, the system uses a digital transmission, so you'll have no interference, and the picture is crystal clear. The operating temperature of the system is -4 degrees Fahrenheit to 149 degrees Fahrenheit, or -20 degrees Celsius to 65 degrees Celsius. Now with the second camera, if you install this at the front of the vehicle, you can connect the power source to ignition 12 volt or through a switch where you can manually turn it on and off. Now even though I said the two cameras are identical, the camera that came with the monitor has already been paired at the factory. So if you power on the camera and the monitor, the display will automatically show the video. And with the second camera you're adding, you need to pair them yourself, so the display will show on the monitor. I've gone ahead and connected the power to the monitor, and that's why you see the red LED on the side. This tells you it's in standby mode. Once I power the camera, the live video will display on the monitor. And let me do that right now. Here you see a live video from the camera. Now you'll notice it has a parking guideline, so if you install this on the back of the vehicle, you can leave the parking guideline on, or if you want, you can go into the menu and turn off the parking guideline. Now let me show you how to pair the second camera. On the side, press the menu button right here. Select pair, press menu button again. Now select cam 2, press the menu button. While the LED is flashing, connect the power to cam 2. Now the channel 2 is showing cam 2 video. Now if you're looking at the channel 1 video and you want to switch over to channel 2, press and hold the down button right here for 3 seconds. And right now you're looking at the channel 2 video. Press and hold again to go back to channel 1. So let me show you the other settings you have in the menu. Press the menu button on the side. First item is pair. Use up and down arrow to scroll over. This is the BC control, or brightness or contrast control. Press the menu button to enter. You can select the brightness or contrast. Next one over. This is the MU control. With the MU, you have the mirror setting and the up-down setting. So the mirror setting will allow you to flip the image horizontally. And the up-down setting will allow you to flip the image vertically. Next menu is a guideline. You turn on or off. And the last menu is reset, to reset the setting back to factory default. So let's take this to the vehicle, get it installed, and we'll check out the two camera views and also the daytime and nighttime view. Looking at the mount on the camera, there's a double-sided tape on this side and also on the back side. So you can install this camera using a double-sided tape behind the license plate here or underneath, or you can install the camera underneath the trim in this position. You can also install this camera outside the vehicle on a body panel like on the back of an RV or trailer. Since the camera is waterproof, you can install this anywhere. So I'll first remove the license plate. Using a double-sided tape, I'll mount the camera behind the license plate. Next, you need to run this cable into the vehicle. Now you do need to find an access hole underneath that will fit the diameter of this plug you see right here. The size of the hole you'll need is 1/4 inch. Depending on the vehicle you have, if you don't find an access hole, you will have to drill a hole so you can pass this cable into the vehicle. And how you go about doing this will vary from car to car. To power the back camera, you need to locate the backup light on your vehicle. Once you've identified the location of the backup light, go inside the vehicle and locate the wire that goes to this tail light housing. On this vehicle, there's an access panel right here. Remove this cover. And right here is a backup light, and there's a wiring harness going to this bulb. I've gone ahead and pulled the backup light out. You see there are two wires here. One will be positive 12 volt. Connect the red wire from the camera to the positive wire, and connect the black wire to chassis ground. Here you see I installed a T-tap, and I'll connect the red wire to this T-tap. I ran the red wire to the backup light and crimped on the connector. Now connect this to the tap. Now with the negative wire, you can try to connect to the negative wire on the light bulb. But if you have any problems getting it to work, you can connect this black wire directly to chassis ground. Now on this vehicle right here is a backup light, and next to it is a bolt that's grounded to the chassis, and this is where I'll connect the negative wire. I'll crimp a ring terminal to the negative wire. Now if you did purchase a second camera, You can install this anywhere around the vehicle. You can install it at the front or on the side if you want. And to give you some idea, you can install the camera in the middle right here, or on this bottom section right here. Or if there's room, you can install it below the hood. Now you can remove this bracket if you want to. It's held in by 2 Phillips screws on the side. Now once you decide on where you want to install the camera, you do need to run the power wire to a switched 12 volt power. You want a switched power because you don't want the camera to be on all the time. So if you're installing this at the front of the vehicle, you will need to bring this wire into the engine compartment and possibly tap into the fuse box where you'll get your ignition 12 volt. I went ahead and installed the second camera below the bumper right here. Using this tool that has a clamp at the end, I pull the camera wire into the engine compartment. Inside the engine compartment, you can check the fuse box and see which fuse will give you ignition 12 volt. Now on this Nissan vehicle, I can get the ignition 12 volt from the wire behind this accessory 12 volt relay. I went ahead and tapped the 12 volt wire behind this relay, and here's a wire running over to the red 12 volt wire. I connected the negative wire to this chassis bolt. Installing the monitor is very simple. You can stick this onto the dash or on the windshield. Remove this film, lift up this latch, place this onto the dash, and then press down the latch at the back. You can loosen the collar on the back and adjust the angle. Plug the power adapter into your 12 volt accessory port. With everything installed, now turn on the ignition and you'll see the monitor come on. Now whichever camera has power, that video signal will be displayed on the monitor. Because the front camera is connected to ignition 12 volt, with the engine started, the front camera is powered and the monitor will display the front camera view. And what you're looking at right here is the front camera view, and it says channel 2. Now put the car in reverse. It'll automatically switch to channel 1 with the back camera view. Now you might have noticed between the front camera and the back camera, the back one is installed right side up and the front one's installed upside down. You can go into the setup menu and rotate the view separately between the front camera and the back camera. So the menu you bring up is specific to the camera view you're looking at. So for example, I can turn off the parking guideline for the front camera. And leave the parking guideline on for the back camera. And you'll see this when I put the car in reverse. As you can see, it still shows the parking guideline for the back camera. With the front camera wired to ignition 12 volt, it'll be powered on while you're driving. And that's why you see the live video on the monitor. And when you put the car in reverse, the back camera will be powered on and the monitor will automatically switch to the backup view. The front and back camera view is very helpful if you're parking your vehicle. Also, you'll notice the picture quality is very good. The image is very clear. The camera does have auto exposure adjustment, so the camera will always give you a very good image, doesn't matter if it's cloudy or sunny. Here's a look at the video image at night. You can see the camera system works very well at night. Even with very little ambient lights, you're still able to see a very clear image. As you can see, this Auto-Vox W7 Pro wireless camera system works very well. Installation is not difficult at all. You only have to connect a power wire to provide power to the camera, and the video signal is sent wirelessly to the monitor. If you don't already have a camera system in your vehicle, this is a great accessory you can add to your vehicle. Now if you buy the W7 Pro camera system, it retails for $140. At the time of this review, there's a $30 coupon you can apply, and that'll bring the price down to $110. Now if you want to add the second camera, the camera retails for $40. If you're interested in getting this, check out the links below. Let me know what you think of a system like this in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video. To support this channel, remember to click on thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you get notified of new videos.